Hello YouTubers! Today I decided I'm gonna make a very small knife, just for fun, and I decided to make one out of a simple blade, so you can make it yourself if you want to, and one out of a Swiss knife, a Victorinox knife, original blade. It was an old knife which was not functioning anymore, it was totally destroyed, just the blade survived. The small blade also survived, but I'm gonna use this one. And first of all, I'm gonna cut out the tang here. I cut out, say, this piece, like that, and then I'm gonna flatten the whole piece a little bit so everything is nice and even. And then I'm gonna draw the forms of the knife and cut them out. Okay, now the blade has got its shape a little bit, but just made the tang here and flattened it out because it was a bit thicker than the rest of the blade. And now the whole blade has one steep angle. It's a complete flat grind from the back to the front. That's how a kitchen knife should be made. Get the sharpest blade out of it. This piece we're also gonna make about the same. We're gonna round out this bevel here and try to flatten it out a bit so we get almost a flat ground with a slightly convex shape. And now what we're gonna do is we draw the shape of the knife which you want to make, and I guess in this case you need to put away the finger mold, and you can make a meat knife for this. Should end up about like that. And always remember, be very careful when you cut it. Do not overheat the blade. That's very important. So better cut 1 millimeter bigger and grind the rest very careful, very slowly, because these blades are already heat treated and you don't want to ruin your heat treat. Now this blade I'm gonna make a Santoku blade, Chinese vegetable knife. I would say I like this knife very much, this form. It's awesome to work with and it's pretty easy to make. So I think I'm gonna make it this way, so we have two fitting together knives. So we can make the blade a bit broader, a bit wider, so you can really load up something, some vegetables, cut onions or whatever. Yeah, now I'm gonna cut out these shapes and refine them a little bit, and then we'll see you again. Okay, now we got two very tiny blades, and we're gonna fit a handle onto them. Now this is the Victorinox, the Swiss Army knife, and this is the scalpel blade. And I'm gonna search for a fine handle material now. Maybe we use some bone, or let me see. And here we get a pretty thick blade, but ground completely down to 0. Here we get a very thin blade and also ground down to 0, and I'm going to polish them up a little bit, but just on a buffing wheel, and then we're going to fit the handle onto them. Okay, now I found these awesome two little pieces, hope you can see them, of giraffe bone, one piece blue and one piece green. And now we're gonna fit them onto these handles, onto these knives. I'm gonna just make them slightly oval shaped and drill into the front here with a 0.8 millimeter drill bit, and here I'm gonna measure, I guess it's 1.5 millimeter drill bit, but we're gonna see. And I'm gonna finish them up on the belt sander, try to get them oval shaped and then polish them up a little bit drill the holes and glue the knives in. Okay, now they look pretty nice. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna polish up everything on the buffing wheel. Very careful to not hit myself with these small blades because they're very, very tiny and very dangerous on the buffing wheel. But it will work out. And the handles also, I'm gonna buff them, get them a glossy shine, and then we can glue it together. Okay, well, now that the blades are scary and sharp, really scary and sharp, I do not want to touch the cutting edge because it could get dull just by touching it. And as you see, I do not press or anything, just slide the blade over my hand. And I hope you can see. Hair, it's just running away from the blade. It's that sharp, it's really razor sharp. You can shave your face with this blade. Now, next thing, I'm gonna clean up the handle or the tang. Just a bit of acetone to degrease it and clean it off. Yep. Okay, and here also. And now it's time for it to get finished. Wow, be very careful with the super glue, and it was too much, but we will see. It wasn't too much at all. Do a little more and put it on the blade itself. Just let it run in like this, and wow, we will see some air bubbles coming out of the piece. So that's pretty neat, pretty nice. And I'm gonna use the adhesive accelerator for the instant adhesive. The second one gets a drop more super glue than the other one because the hole is a piece bigger, or yeah, a bit bigger. Let's say way bigger. Wow. Okay, I hope you can see them pieces. They're very tiny, very small. This one's a very thin piece, and the other one a bit thicker, but also pretty thin and tiny. And I guess it turned out awesome. Not a lot of work, but very nice and unique. So, hope you like this little video. Please give me a thumbs up if it fits on the... yeah. So, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. And thanks for watching.